Yo, what's up? We're back with another episode of the No Money Spent. So what recently dropped was the Extreme program, and we ended up finishing it up. So we're kind of just going to summarize how I ended up doing it and my approach a little bit, and pretty much just go over all of that. But just taking a quick look at the Extreme program, the main guy you get is 99 Ken Griffey Jr., which, you know, one of my favorite players all time. So we had to get this done just for him. He has 110 contact versus righties, 105 versus lefties, 125 power versus righties and lefties, 125 clutch, diamond tier defense, 90 speed. So definitely a good looking card. And then you also get some other players along the way. You get Matt Cain, perfect game version, has 125 hit per 9, 102 K per 9, 100 walk per 9, has a 96 fastball, 88 slider, 80 curveball, 85 circle change, 94 sinker. Not a bad pitch repertoire. Obviously his per 9s are pretty good. You also get Mike Piazza, 104 contact versus righties, 123 versus lefties, 125 power versus righties, 110 versus lefties with 115 clutch. Also has diamond tier defense, 50 speed. And then Billy Wagner, good lefty in the bullpen, has 125 hit per 9 and K per 9, 88 walk per 9, which actually is not bad for him. Has the 99 fastball, 88 slider, 79 curve, 84 changeup. So per 9's pretty solid. I personally don't like using lefties, but it definitely is a good looking card. And then pretty much the first card you get, which is probably a lot of people's favorite, Ketel Marte, has 118 contact versus righties, 122 versus lefties, 103 power versus righties, 105 versus lefties with 125 clutch, diamond tier defense, 80 speed. So I will say, you know, the cards you get, they are definitely pretty good. You know, Griffey being my favorite. So I'm gonna kind of run down how I approached this in the order that I did it. Now, I don't want to say like, oh, this was easy or anything like that, because obviously people have different skill levels, and you know what I might be able to do in a quick amount of time, it might take you double, triple the amount of time. But I'm gonna just go through everything that I ended up doing. So I started off with Extreme Showdown that gets you 20. Now this Extreme Showdown, I'm just gonna show you guys pretty much the clip for the last one, the last boss, which is Randy Johnson. It's on Legend, and you know, obviously he's a lefty, so we try to stack our team up with righties. But throughout this showdown, you know, I don't know if it's all on Hall of Fame. Maybe there was some on All-Star, I don't even remember, but I know the last one specifically is on Legend, which is definitely pretty tough against Randy Johnson. But for this, you know, you're going up against right-handed pitchers and left-handed pitchers and some of the toughest pitchers in the game. So you kind of want to have right-handed lineup and a lefty and just, you know, pretty much go accordingly to what the matchup is going to be. But you don't really have that great of players either. So just ways to approach this, you know, you want to get good perks, you know, whatever gives you like velocity boost or contact boost, you know, when you're losing. I think that's like rally time, down and not out. And there's another one that's kind of important, but I don't know off the top of my head. Now, as far as, you know, what you should be doing, because it's a higher difficulty, you definitely want to be patient. You want to take a lot of pitches, and, you know, you just want to look for something good, because you have to build up the pitch count and try to get these pitchers tired so they can make a mistake pitch. Now, just going through the showdown, it took me 2 attempts, but the first attempt, I literally lost the first game. And then the second time, I pretty much ran through it. Now, I don't remember all the pitchers that were in these, but I didn't have any trouble versus the left-handed pitchers. I think that was like Chris Sale and maybe it was Chapman. I didn't have trouble versus those guys, but Nolan Ryan and Rich Gossage, those are the two that gave me the most trouble, and the ones that, you know, I almost lost pretty much. Like I was down to an out or two. So it's definitely a challenge. Now, another thing that you should be doing is, I was playing a lot of small ball. You know, I don't think I show you in like this clip because it was just not necessary, but I was playing a lot of small ball. So if you have like a good amount of outs remaining and you can move the runners along just to get them in the scoring position, it's okay to bunt. So I was bunting a good amount of time. I was being patient. I was looking for good pitches, and we were able to make this work. So I started off with Extreme, and the reason for that was to get the 20 points so we can get Ketel Marte. Now, going back to this Extreme program, you know, Ketel is right at 15, which a lot of people might just stop at Ketel Marte, to be honest, but we got 20 for the showdown. Now, I did a good amount of moments. I didn't do all the moments, and I'll tell you the reason why. but I think I did enough moments. I did enough moments to get to 35. So I'm gonna just run through the moments I did. Now, this isn't any specific order, but I did the 2 extra base hits, hit a home run with Mike Piazza. I think this took us a few tries. You know, hit a home run with Ken Griffey Jr. You know, it's a home run. I know it's on Legend, which kind of makes it a little bit harder, but eventually you'll hit a home run if you keep trying. Pitch 7 innings, do not give up a run with Billy Wagner. This one's pretty easy, I would say. You know, you're just pitching 1 inning at a time, and you might mess up eventually. I think my first time doing this, I got to like game 3 or 4 and just hung a pitch down the middle and they tanked one. But other than that, you know, I thought it was pretty easy and we were able to finish that off. I also think, you know, if you're about to give up a run, you can dashboard. So you can go like this, go here, and that's the wrong button, but you can go here and close your game out before like you go back to the menu, and you will go back at the same amount of games. So like if you have 4 games remaining and you like give up a home run, you can pause the game, or maybe you don't even have to pause the game. You can just close the game and you'll go back right into that situation. So that's why this one's pretty easy. And then practice makes perfect, pitch a perfect game with Matt Cain. I also think this one is pretty easy, but again, I messed up the first time doing it. I think I hung a pitch down the middle when I was like 5 or 6 innings deep. But for this one, it's pretty simple. Just throw high and in fastballs and low and away off-speed pitches. So versus a righty, go slider away. Versus the lefty, go circle changeup away, and just alternate between the fastball and the off-speed pitch. You should easily be able to get it done. So we were able to do that. I think I also had like 20 strikeouts, so I don't think it's that bad. And it's on veteran difficulty. And then hit 2 home runs with Ketel Marte on Hall of Fame. This one took us quite a bit of time, but we were able to get that done. Win a game on All-Star, a nice comeback. You're coming into the game in the 6th inning, down 8-1. This one was pretty easy. You're pretty much using your regular team, but yeah, you know, we were able to get that one done. Also, tally 25 total bases with Adley Rutschman. So this is kind of the same thing with like Billy Wagner. You know, if you get total bases and you're not really getting enough, you can dashboard and go right back into that game. So I think for me, the way we were able to do it, I had 7 in the first game, 8 in the second game, I think 4 in the third game, and 6 in the last game, if I did my math correctly. So we were able to get 25 total bases. Now I went into the 4th game needing 6, and I think the first time we got like 3, and then the second time, you know, we dashboarded and closed our game. We were able to get it the second time around. So this one, as long as you can like get to the 4th game with a good amount of total bases, it's not really that bad. Now hit 3 home runs. I just straight up skipped this. I didn't even try to do this one. I felt like this one would take too long, so I wasn't messing with that. Tally 4 extra base hits with Adolis Garcia. Same thing. Felt this one would take too long. Didn't want to mess with it. Hit 9 home runs with Christopher Morel. So we this one I felt like was pretty easy. I don't know what it is with Morel's swing, but we were mashing the ball with him. I think we had like 3 2-home run games. I think we did this with like 4 games remaining or 3 games remaining. But for me, like we ran through this one surprisingly. So I did that on my first try. Now Ohtani, which is pretty much not even a cycle, but 4 hits, home run, triple. I didn't want to mess with this. Get on base 4 times with Juan Soto. This is on Legend. So this being on Legend definitely makes it kind of challenging. But on Legend, on higher difficulties, anytime it's a higher difficulty, they're more likely to throw pitches out of the zone. So you just got to be patient and take a lot of pitches. So for something like this, I would wait until you have like 2 strikes and then kind of swing away. Also, if there's no one on base for Juan Soto, this might be more of a risk, but there's a shift when he's up and no one's on base. So that left or the third baseline is pretty open and you can bunt, but I don't think I did. Like I tried doing that, I think a couple times, but I think the time that I ended up getting the 4 base hits, we just naturally hit the ball and we had like 2 home runs surprisingly. But this one, it probably took us like 10 minutes to be honest. So you got to be patient, look for good pitches, and I think eventually they will hang it. And then Ellie De La Cruz cycle, we ain't touching this. I saw a lot of people struggling with the cycles and stuff like that. So I figured I'm not going to waste my time if it's going to take me like an hour to get it done. We rather just do other stuff. But we pretty much got to 35 so we can get this Billy Wagner. And then I went ahead and did the Conquest board. So the Conquest board, it's pretty big. You know, you got 30 games pretty much to play, maybe 31 because Tampa Bay will have that last slot towards the end. So minimum, I would say 31 games. I think I did it in 33. I lost 2 games. So I don't think losing matters. But with this, you know, you're playing games on Hall of Fame, especially at the start. You will play some all-star games and you will definitely play some veteran games. You know, I don't think there was any legend games, but you want to keep in mind the goals. So you have a Diamond Duos pack. You have to get the NL West Strongholds in the first turn. So what that means is you have to get to this point. Well, I guess this point on turn number 1. And again, it doesn't really matter if you lose because the turn doesn't change, but you want to get to this point. Now, these are probably all Hall of Fame games. Maybe 1 or 2 of them are all-star. I don't remember. But yeah, you want to get to that point. Goal number 2 is to conquer the Brave Stronghold on turn 3. So by turn 3, you want to be here. I think you can easily do it on turn 2 or by turn 2 if you're winning your games, you know, and you still have pretty much like the territories and fans, right? Because you're going to be playing a lot of games on Hall of Fame early on. And once these get to the 7s, this is where you pretty much have a chance of playing on, you know, maybe all-star and maybe even veteran. I think some of these games were on veteran, maybe more towards the end. Now, goal number 3 is getting to the Twins, which is, you know, pretty much the home stretch. No turn phases right there. And then the last one is complete the whole thing by turn 6. So that's important because you can't pretty much skip the Steel fan phase. And oh wow, I didn't even know that was possible. You can literally lose. I didn't even know you can lose a thing, but you can't do that, right? That's just a perfect example. You can't go to the Steel fan phase and just try to get reinforcements, because right here especially, like, we don't really have reinforcements either, and it wouldn't help. So you're pretty much just playing throughout this. There is hidden rewards here, but honestly, it's not even worth showing. There's only like 5 or 6. I'll just name them out for you guys, but I'm not going to show you guys the map. There's 2 alter ego packs, and then there is 2 diamond duos packs, and a Ballin' is a Habit pack, and some show packs. I think overall there's what, 2, 4, there's 7 hidden rewards here, which for this supposedly being like the most difficult, right, conquest board, 7 rewards is kind of weak, but I guess that's what the shark map is for. So we did the conquest board, and that gave us a good amount of points. Why did I come here? I don't even know. Now, going back to the extreme program, I don't know where we would be at points wise by now, but pretty much we did the conquest, we did the showdown, that's 45. We did a good amount of moments, which I don't know what the moments add up to. And then pretty much to top it off, we did, oh, we have some missions done. So while doing the conquest, we got the Billy Wagner saves, you know, 10 of them are pretty easy. And then that was it. We also got parallel XP 5,000 for another 5. So we got 10 points right here. And then that was pretty much it. Now, obviously, if you're taking your time with this, you can get like the 50 hits with Ketel Marte, the 15 home runs with him, the 50 innings pitch with Kane, even like the 25,000 parallel XP, which we probably got this afterwards, like after the program ended. Even like this, like if you're taking your time, there's plenty of ways to get, you know, XP and these program stars. But the only reason I did it quicker is because I'm going away. I'm going on vacation. So we tried to get this done as fast as we could. So next we did mini seasons. So we got some mini season vouchers. I think we got 6 or 7 of them. So just go into mini seasons. I'll kind of, you know, just go over what we did. But again, the reason I did it this way instead of trying to do all the moments is the way I figured if it was going to take me an hour to do a moment, I might as well just play 4 or 5 legend games and get these done. So as far as goals here, what we ended up getting, hit 3 home runs on legend, and I guess we got an alter ego pack right there. These are actually the mystery missions. Record a save on legend for a diamond duos pack. Now this is where, is this unbolden? I don't even think this is anything for a voucher. As far as vouchers go, we got 3 for getting 30 strikeouts on legend. You know, kind of the same thing. You go high and in fastball, low and away off speed. You know, it's not as easy, especially on legend compared to like when you're doing veteran and all that stuff. But eventually you might be able to get it done. 3 vouchers was pretty good. We got 60 total bases. We actually did this on legend because, you know, we were playing legend games to get wins, but that gave us 1 voucher. And then I did not steal. Is that it? That's what, 4 vouchers right there, 3, 4. And then you get 3 for getting 5 legend wins. So that's where our 7 comes from. And that was pretty much got us to 100. So that wasn't bad. Actually, I think we were at 99 and then I did that Juan Soto moment. So if you're like adding up everything we did, we technically got, I technically had like 102 points, you know, and these vouchers give you 2. So you just have to do like 6 of these. You got to get 6 vouchers, or you can just keep playing through this, I guess. You know, I think, yeah, if you just want to play through a mini season and not matter and like not even pay attention to the difficulty, you can get what, 3, 4, 5, looks like 6 vouchers. Yeah, you can naturally get 6 vouchers. If you play on All-Star, you can get, what is it, 1 more voucher. So even if you don't play this on the highest difficulty, there's ways to get vouchers. I just didn't want to go through a full season. Now, how many games did I end up playing? I don't even know, actually. I did quit out on some games. So I got our 5 wins. I know I lost like games that I played like 2 or 3 because I was trying to get the 10 runs also, but I wasn't able to do it. So I was kind of throwing games, which obviously made it longer. But yeah, we did some mini season missions and that was able to top it off for us. So again, I don't know if that's like the quickest way. I wasn't trying to do it like the quickest possible way, but there's definitely ways and multiple ways to be able to get it done. Where am I going? Other programs right here. You also have the event, which, you know, if you're doing the event, you can collect these guys. I don't think it's worth it because Bruce Sutter, you get him for 5 wins. He's going for 53K. I would just sell him. You know, I would get that card and sell it for, to be honest. I just didn't have time to play the event. Tom Glavine is for 20 wins. You get 227K. I would sell it, you know, for, it's not worth 10 extreme points pretty much. And then if you're good enough to get 12 wins, Javier Baez is probably a crazy price. He is 588K. I would sell him also. You know, don't be buying these cards to get this program done. Not worth it. Definitely not worth it. Take your time. Try to do as many moments as you can, as many missions as you can, and many seasons. And if you can't do the showdown and conquest, that's the way to get it done. So that's how I ended up completing the extreme program. This is what our team would currently look like. And I think I'm skipping, like, I have other stuff to show you guys first, but we have a couple pack openings. I'm probably gonna open up all the extreme packs and all the stuff we got in a separate video just because this one's already pretty long and just wanted to explain the extreme program. But this is our no money spent squad right now. Pretty dumb, but this is what we got. But yeah, I picked up Ellie De La Cruz. I might sell him, but I don't know. But this is our squad now. You know, we'll definitely use it in a game or so, and then we're gonna be doing some other stuff, you know, just to spice up ranked seasons a little bit. I don't want to use all these guys in the same lineup just because, you know, I don't want to lose every time with one of the best teams. So we'll be doing some fun and different stuff, I think, in ranked seasons. So other than that, let me know what you guys think about the extreme program. You know, how far you guys are through it so far, and if you guys are stuck on anything, because I'm assuming a lot of people are stuck on a lot of stuff. I know people were struggling with that Ellie De La Cruz moment. That's the reason I just didn't even touch it, because I didn't want to get stuck on something for a long time when I definitely could have done other stuff. So let me know how you guys are doing, and let me know what you guys think about the rewards for the extreme program. But we will have a pack opening, you know, actually probably 2 pack openings this week. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching. I'm out.